What if the most powerful teacher in history chose a hammer before a throne? Not a king's palace, not a scholar's hall, but a small workshop filled with dust, sweat, and wood. And what if that choice wasn't random? This is the story of why Jesus Christ worked as a carpenter. In the quiet town of Nazareth, life was simple. No luxury, no fame, no shortcuts. People worked hard for everything they had. And among them was a man named Joseph, a carpenter. Carpentry in those days wasn't just about making furniture. It was survival, building homes, fixing tools, creating what people needed to live. It required strength, precision, patience. And this is where Jesus grew up, not in comfort, but in effort. As a young boy, he watched Joseph closely. Every cut of wood, every measured line, every mistake corrected with care. Then one day, he didn't just watch, he started helping. Imagine that moment, a young boy holding tools, learning something that takes years to master. His hands roughening, his focus sharpening. This wasn't easy work. It was slow, demanding, sometimes frustrating. And yet, he stayed. He learned. He grew. Now think about this. Why would someone with such a powerful future choose such an ordinary path? Because nothing in his life was accidental. Working as a carpenter wasn't just about earning a living. It was preparation. Every piece of wood taught a lesson. Wood isn't perfect. It bends, it cracks, it resists, just like life. And to shape it, you need patience. You need understanding. Day after day, year after year, he lived like everyone else. No special treatment, no recognition. People saw him as the carpenter's son, nothing more. But sometimes, the greatest strength is built in the most ordinary places. Think about it. Carpentry teaches you to build, to fix, to restore. And later in life, that's exactly what Jesus would do. Not with wood, but with people. He would meet broken lives, hurting hearts, confused minds. And instead of ignoring them, he would rebuild them, restore them, guide them. The workshop wasn't separate from his purpose. It was part of it. Another reason he worked as a carpenter: humility. He didn't choose status. He didn't chase power. He chose simplicity. And that speaks loudly, because in a world where everyone wants to be seen, he chose. And here's something most people miss. Those quiet years were longer than his public years. He spent more time building in silence than speaking in public. That tells you something important. Preparation matters more than performance. If Jesus had skipped those years, would his message have been the same? Probably not. Because experience shapes understanding. Working with people every day, seeing their struggles, understanding their needs, that gave him something powerful: connection. He didn't speak above people, he spoke to them, because he lived like them. Another reason? Discipline. Carpentry requires focus, consistency, attention to detail. You can't rush it, you can't fake it. And those same qualities appeared later in his life. His words were precise, his action. And then there's this: responsibility. As Joseph grew older, Jesus likely took on more work, helping provide for the family. That means pressure, real responsibility. Not theory, not ideas, real life. And that matters, because leadership without responsibility is empty. Jesus understood responsibility because he lived it. So why did Jesus work as a carpenter? Not by accident, but by design. To learn patience, to understand people, to build humility, to develop discipline, to carry responsibility, all before stepping into his purpose. And when the time came, everything he learned in that small workshop showed in a bigger way. His words built lives. His actions restored hope. His presence changed people. just like a carpenter, but on a deeper level. So next time you think about success, remember this: it doesn't start on a stage. It starts in the unseen places, the quiet work, the slow growth, the everyday effort. That's where real strength is built. And that's why Jesus worked as a carpenter, not just to build things, but to become someone who could change everything. Because sometimes, the tools in your hands today are preparing you for a purpose far bigger than you can see.